There's some of us out there that might be looking for a little bit more comfort from our handlebars. It might be that you suffer from numb hands, it might be that you ride a lot on rough roads, or that you've just got big hands and you're after something a bit more substantial to hold on to. Now, one option is just to put some gel pads under key points of your bar tape, but another more traditional method is to double wrap, so use 2 layers of bar tape. Now, it is something that we see quite regularly in the pro peloton, particularly as riders tackle the cobbled classics in the spring, and there they are looking for that extra bit of comfort. So how do we do it? Well, the first thing is to prep our existing layer of bar tape. Now, it doesn't need to be in great condition, but it does still need to be really tight on the bars and also not greasy. So that means that the next layer has got something to bind onto. If it is greasy, then give it a really good clean, but above all, make sure that the bar tape is completely dry before you apply the second layer, because otherwise it's just going to stay wet, and that's a bit gross. You might end up with like mushrooms under there or something. The next thing to do is to trim the ends of your existing bar tape. So pull the bar end plug out and then cut away very carefully about 1/2 centimetre from the end of the handlebars. So that will mean that when we're applying the second layer of tape, that can hang over the end and then the bar end plug can compress it inside. If you don't do that, first of all, then you're not going to be able to get both layers of tape inside the handlebars. Then we need to do the same next to the stem, but you need to make sure that you've still got some electrical tape on the bars where you're cutting, otherwise your old bar tape's just going to unravel. Now it's simply a case of applying our extra layer of tape. Now you want to follow the same process that we've shown you in previous GCN videos, but in essence, start at the end of the handlebar, overlap by 1 centimetre or so, and then tape it so that when the handlebar tape is going over the top of the bars, it's going away from the bike, and then when it's coming underneath the bars, it goes back towards the bike. Now when you come up to the levers, you don't need to be quite as accurate as you would do if you're just using 1 layer of tape, but only if your 2 layers of bar tape are the same colour. Otherwise, it'll still show up if you've got any gaps. Also, try not to tape too far onto the levers as well, otherwise your lever hoods are going to feel absolutely massive. We want to carry on taping until we get 1 centimetre past the first layer of bar tape, and then it's time to cut it. Just finish it off by plugging the end. There we go then, double wrapped bar tape, and it does give significantly more cushioning than a single layer of bar tape, so give it a try if you want a little bit more comfort. Now, one alternative to using 2 layers of bar tape is to use an old inner tube as a first layer, particularly if you just want that top section double wrapped. So what you do is you undo very carefully your bar tape and then cut an old inner tube and then wrap that, you can tape it in place at either end quite tightly around the bars. Then you can retape with your bar tape and secure that in place, and that will just give you a bit of extra cushioning and having not spent any more money. Now, I did gloss over the actual process of wrapping bars because, as I said, we have 2 videos already on GCN. If you click up there, you get to see Dan Lloyd doing it like a pro or a boss. But if you don't trust Dan and you want to see a pro mechanic do it, then Jeff Brown from Cannondale Garmin takes you through it just down there. Finally, subscribe to GCN. Make sure that you do. Just click on, well, my very comfy, luxurious bar tape there. Oh yeah. Perfect for Paris, and you're after something a bit more substantial to hold on to. I can't say it without laughing. Oh God.